cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around. The stories we have found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figures, guiding light. Readers and seekers in the night.
Good morning again, and welcome to the MyTarot Morning Reflection Hour. Daily inventory and chance to check in with the universe. So I hope everybody's having that amazing morning or evening or afternoon wherever you happen to be. So what are we doing today? We are checking in with the universe. And we are doing it with a deck of cards. I don't even think that I ever even shuffled. Look at this. So this morning, the Robin Tarot, which is a popular, it was especially popular, I believe this came out like in the 80s or 70s. When did you come out? I know that I have seen this forever and a day. It's not quite saying when it first came out, but I remember that there was limited amount of decks back in the elder days. So you had a few. Good morning. Good morning, Angelina. So, but yeah, so I was sitting here shuffling these, and I'm like, have I ever even shuffled these before? And I don't think I did, because you can tell, because you have to break them in a little bit. So this has been an interesting week, for the simple fact that, or interesting 2 weeks now, because I've used a different deck every single day. So it has definitely been interesting. Let's see how these cards look. I found a couple that were actually upside, the backs were in the front and the fronts were in the back. Let me see here. I know this is the exciting part, right? I must have used them at some point. I mean, I've had these for years because it looks like they're 50-50 reversal. So at one point or another, I must have. Interesting. So, but this is how we check in with the universe. And from what I'm seeing, this deck is pretty cool looking, actually. There, now I can shuffle them. So, then now that I'm no longer as distracted, it's like I can actually shuffle them and listen to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean. Here we go. Which reminds us to have our feet flat on the floor and button on the kitty dance. Check in with where the shoulders are and the neck. Flip that light switch that says it's time to go into more of a meditative mode. Good morning, Maureen. So, using the Robin Tarot this morning, let's see how things look and check in with the universe here. Here's a little bit of a better shot of the box. It's got a little bit of a 70s look to it, doesn't it? Yeah, I can't remember when it came out. Which means this box has been staring at me for a long time. So what am I going to do here? I'm going to make our 3 stacks. Each one a different thread going out to the universe. It's like each one of these is a different thought or idea. And if we believe in the multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path, because this stack will lead down one path, this stack a totally different path, and this stack right here is a totally different conversation. And I think this is the string that I'm going to pull today, which is the bottom, or what I like to think of as things that are underneath that might be influencing us and we don't even realize it. So, I'm going to do our 3 and 1. Actually, these backs stand out really nicely. And flipping each card over one at a time like we're reading the Pages OA book. And our first card, the 7 of Swords. So, 7s are about potential and drive and ambition. And again, we're trying to get to 10 in numerology, 1 to 10, so that we can do our cycle. And swords are our thoughts and our ideas. Swords are sometimes also our anxiety as we try and get to that 10. We're trying to get to a finish line, to accomplish something. And sometimes after we make it past that middle point, which is a 5, we start to feel the stress of things that are piling up that are not getting done. Things that are not getting done as fast as we think they should. So this is one of those cards when it comes up sometimes where I express that feeling that we sometimes get, where we sometimes say to ourselves, what was I thinking? Or why did I do that? Or what shortcuts are we taking to try and get something done? It's just those things, that feeling we get, those anxieties we get when things aren't moving as fast as we want, or we're not sure what to do and we're tired. I talk about HALT, I was talking about yesterday, hungry, angry, lonely, or tired, and then trying to make decisions and trying to get things done. That's that mental struggle we all go through. I know that traditionally, if you read the books, they say this is about treachery and traitors, but to me, I like reading the Marseille version, which is more along the lines of, or my version, which is more along the lines of, what is it really in day-to-day life? So, next card, Judgment. Oh, look at this. Okay, so they've got the Phoenix in here for Judgment. Phoenix is about renewal, rising again. With Judgment, Judgment is not about being judged per se. Judgment is like karma. You do the next right thing, you get the next right thing. This is how we will perceive ourselves and how those around us may perceive us after our actions. So anything's legal as long as you're not caught. But we know when we did something wrong. So that's kind of what that is. It's also that personal judgment we have for ourselves when we know, even if we got away with it, we still know. And then we have to the Ace of Coins. So sometimes we have to go through things with our jobs. We have to, it's a job. We get stressed out. We get too much put onto us. Home, sometimes we just don't get the help that we wish we did. How many times have we seen, if not in our own lives, just on sitcoms, when are you going to help around the house? So sometimes we feel mentally like, I just don't want to do it. I just want to get away with sitting here and doing nothing. Sometimes that's good or sometimes that's bad. But it's what Judgment and what happens when we look in the mirror. And what this is saying is that sometimes what we really need to do when we get wrapped up in our head is we need to use the Judgment card simply as a mirror, just like we're doing our daily reflection now. And when we look in the mirror, we need to make sure that the lights are all on in the bathroom so that we see all the good, those smile lines, It took me 60 years to get these smile lines, and I'm very proud of them, as well as the good we see in our eyes, or we know that yesterday we did not get a lot done at work that we should have. It's just our honest reflection of ourselves as we see, like in the tarot, because we have the Ace of Coins here that says if we are just honest with ourselves, then we realize that we can start with a fresh, brand new seed. But here is the advice card. Justice. So, sometimes it's difficult to accept things, to see things the way they really are, and to accept them, and then do something about it. So I'll give the example of Mina's been saying for a while, Jamie, you've got sleep apnea. And I've been tired at work. I have not been doing the stuff I should be the way I used to, because, I'm just not getting enough sleep. I did the Samsung Watch thing where it's like monitoring my sleep the last few nights. And it's like, how are you even walking? So I know that for the past year, my sleep is... And I know that also affects how I feel and how I react and what I do. Judgment sometimes is where it's like revelation. It is where we have an awakening. Where we can... Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to talk to my doctor. And I'm going to plant that seed. So see how we use the tarot in our lives, because judgment then is what? Judgment is seeing things clearly. Judgment is where we look and we say, this is how it really is, without any emotions, without, these are just the straight facts. You can feel a certain way, but it's not going to change the facts. You can feel a certain way, but it's not going to change the facts. So the advice card is saying, regardless of whatever the situation or whatever the anxiety or whatever's going on that weighs on us mentally, we need to wake up to the facts so that we can change what's going on. And the Judgment card is just, Justice card is just saying, and we need to accept it for the way it is. Good, bad, or indifferent. We need to accept it for the way it is. So today, it's just about taking an honest look at our anxieties and then making a decision. But it's also about saying, whether it's writing it down on a piece of paper or just staring in the mirror, these are the facts regardless of how emotions feel. Maureen saying, yikes, I'm a little intimidated. Doctor, right you are, Jamie. That's what the pentacle is, physical well-being. Exactly. Pentacles are our home, health, finances, and all those things that keep us grounded. So just think about those things that we may not want to look at with our home, health, finances. Regardless of anything, that mirror is right in front of us, so we need to look at it clearly. So with that, this is just one of those positive spreads that reminds us sometimes we need to just take a step back. That's all it is. But we have two minors here. Minors are our day-to-day cards, but the pillar today is our two majors. Majors are the destiny cards. And so seeing things clearly, and the Judgment is the revelation and making the choice. If we do the next right thing, we get the next right thing. If we keep doing what we're doing, we'll keep getting what we got. Take care, everybody. Thanks again, and I will see you tomorrow. Today's Wednesday. Wow, this week's going by fast. Thanks again, and I will talk to you later.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the card, turn around. The stories we have found in the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figures, guiding light, readers and seekers in the night. Hopes and fears, written in gold. Truth appears as stories unfold. Flip the card, turn around. The stories we have found in the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figures, guiding light, readers and seekers in the night. Hopes and fears, written in gold. Truth appears as stories unfold. Flip the card, turn around. The stories we have found in the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the card, turn around. The stories we have found in the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figures, guiding light, readers and seekers in the night. Hopes and fears, written in gold. Truth appears as stories unfold. Flip the card, turn around. The stories we have found in the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figures, guiding light, readers and seekers in the night. Hopes and fears, written in gold. Truth appears as stories unfold. Flip the card, turn around. The stories we have found in the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the card, turn around. The stories we have found and fears written in gold. Truth appears as stories unfold. Flip the cards, turn around. Mysteries we have found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figures, guiding light, readers and seekers in the night. Hopes and fears, written in gold. Truth appears as stories unfold. Flip the cards, turn around. Mysteries we have found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems.